Bandai Namco, just in time for Halloween, decided to release a new trailer for Man of Medan, which is going to be the first entry in the Dark Pictures Anthology horror series from Supermassive Games, the developers behind Until Dawn, and I'm not gonna lie, I am hyped about this one. No, I'm not a huge fan of horror games, but I was a huge fan of Until Dawn. And no, it's not that I don't like horror video games because I'm scared by them, it's the exact opposite actually. It's that I find just the horror concept in video games and movies just laughably stupid most of the time. So it's either I'm laughing through the majority of these things or I'm cheering because a character I don't like, which is usually the majority of the characters because they tend to be the dumbest people on the planet, especially in movies, man. It's just like, why are these people so stupid? Just die already. And then when it's beyond their control, like, you know, things like The Grudge or whatever, I laugh at other things. It's just like, why is he blue? Why is there a Smurf haunting everybody? Is he pissed off that he lost his hat? Back to the point. I really did like Until Dawn though. Unlike Telltale games, for example, that give you the illusion of choice, telling you that, oh, your choices matter and it's going to affect the outcome of everything, or whatever the hell it says in the beginning, only for you to find out through playing multiples of their games that your choices don't really matter. It's still leading you down the same road and it's still all gonna come to one fruition at the end. In Until Dawn, they did the exact same thing. They made it abundantly clear in the beginning that your choices do matter and will affect the outcomes of everything, and it kinda did because your choices literally meant whether the characters lived or died. And I love that idea because that's one of the issues I have with like horror movies, for instance. I'm like, just like, why didn't you do that? Or why didn't you do this? In this game, you're kind of controlling whether you do that or this, and hey, if you pick the wrong thing, well, that's on you. You're just like, oh, well, my bad. It also does some very clever stuff with the shrink asking you questions, like saying, oh, what are you more afraid of? You know, what about this? What about that? And depending on your answers, that's what you're gonna see more of in the game, which is pretty smart. So it's like, oh, what are you afraid of? You pick between like rats or cockroaches. If you pick like rats, it will show a lot more rats in the game. It's a very, very neat concept. I like that. Although one of the choices was between like, what are you more afraid of, scarecrows or clowns? And I'm just like, well, clowns piss me off more because they're dumber, and I picked that, and you know, obviously that made the killer, air quotes killer, wear a clown mask, so it's like, oh god, it's so annoying, just want to punch him in the face. It also had a great cast, including Hayden Panettiere and Rami Malek from Mr. Robot, and now he's in Bohemian Rhapsody, so that was pretty cool to see. Anyway, by the end of my playthrough of Until Dawn, only 2 survived. I did not make the right choices by any means. Now on to the Man of Medan. So the cast has gone down from 8 to 5. As far as recognizable actors, the only one I really recognize was Shawn Ashmore. Could be wrong, we'll see if there's any others down the line, but Shawn Ashmore played Iceman in the X-Men movie, and this is not his first foray into video games. He was the main character of Quantum Break after all. The premise is it's going to follow 5 friends who are on a holiday diving trip. These guys are like treasure hunters of sorts, looking for a rumored World War II wreck, and their adventure has led them to be on board this ship that just so happens to be a haunted ghost ship. So it sounds really neat. I mean, I'm making light of it, but it does sound neat, and everything that I've seen from the gameplay alludes to it playing just like Until Dawn. It will probably have a ridiculous amount of jump scare attempts. They're really emphasizing this who will live, who will die idea, so it's just like Until Dawn in that regard. And I keep saying just like Until Dawn, but you don't understand. I've been waiting for the next Until Dawn since I finished Until Dawn, so that's why I keep emphasizing that. It is a good thing. Now, the trailer they released today that sparked all of this whole video, in fact, was they showed off the Curator. Now, if you watched Tales of the Crypt when you were younger, or whatever, just think of him like the Crypt Keeper, because this Dark Pictures Anthology is going to have a lot of stories, but they're all going to be standalone, they're not going to be interconnected. The only thing that's going to remain the same throughout the different stories is the Curator. He's going to be the one basically guiding you along that journey. Man of Medan is the first story he's going to be telling us, and apparently Supermassive Games have like 39 different ideas, of horror subgenres they want to tell within this Dark Pictures Anthology, so we'll see how many of those actually get made. So once again, he's just like the Crypt Keeper. For those that don't know who that is, here's the official description they have for the Curator. The Curator is timeless and has been recording stories of life and death for thousands of years. Starting with Man of Medan, for reasons he can't quite understand, the Curator has been given the opportunity to talk to somebody, the player. He knows that there are rules. He's not supposed to interfere, but he's excited and can get a little carried away. He has seen things that the player has probably missed, important things, but he's not permitted to tell them what these things are, directly. So he drops hints where he can, hoping that the player will recognize his brilliance in hindsight. But don't expect him to be straightforward. His hints can be somewhat cryptic. So I'm not going to put the trailer here because Bandai Namco has a habit of copyright claiming those things, so go check it out. It shows the Curator explaining to you the situation and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I am hyped for this game, probably the most hyped I've ever been for a air quotes horror video game. So definitely looking forward to this one. Hopefully it's just even remotely as entertaining as Until Dawn was to me, and I will be fine with that. I just want to see how many kids survive under my guidance. The success rate is very low. Here kids, let me hold your hands and guide you to your deaths. It's so messed up, but what do you guys think? Are you guys hyped for this, or am I crazy for being this hyped about this? Let me know down in the comments below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and share this video with whoever you want to share it with. If you're new around here, subscribe with notifications to be notified about all upcoming videos. I do these gaming news and discussion videos at least once a week, so make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to stay on top of that. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.